I'm going to show you how to design, build, and share your Minecraft ideas in a way that not only grabs people's attention, but also showcases your true creativity to the world. Going step by step, I'll teach you how to think and plan for your projects so that your Minecraft builds stand out amongst the rest. To get started, we're going to have to pick a type of build to focus on. Some pretty typical examples are survival starter houses or an OP mob farm. But today, we're going to focus on form and function by building a mushroom farm / bungalow. A fungus bungalow. It's a Fungalow, and inside our Fungalow is a cozy little mushroom that leads down to our actual farm. Now remember, the whole idea here is to design a build that can stand out enough to go viral. So let's take note of a few things that we already are doing right with this concept. Not only is this going to be a stunning build that grabs people's attention visually, but we got a lot of other things going on here too, like wordplay. Fungalow, mushroom, I mean come on, that's peak dad humor right there. And we do this a lot with our builds like the birch church or the log clog. Okay, rhyming is cool, but something that's arguably more important is picking a concept for a build that can have a common theme all the way through to bring the whole thing together. This makes for a coherent build that's easy for people to understand. Like in this case, we needed a mud farm, so we stayed in theme and built it in a mud hut. And that means our build itself is going to show that it exists for a reason and what that purpose is. Every build has a story, so let's let ours be known. Now that we have our build idea locked in, we can start looking at how to actually plan for this project. Now you might think the first step is to jump into the game and start grinding resources. But hold the phone and your horses, because we don't even know what we need yet. We're gonna at least need a loose plan of what our build's gonna look like and what it's gonna be made out of. This means concept art, and there's a ton of ways to find or make build inspiration. You can watch other YouTubers, look for images on Google, or even have AI generate build concepts for you. I personally like to slip on my Minecraft Crocs and sit down with a sketchbook or notepad to visualize and draw out what I'm thinking about. A lot of times this step brings out the artist in me and adds to the build in a way that I might have missed if I didn't take the time to slow down and draw out my design in real life. Now that you have a concept that's going to take people's breath away with an equally stunning build design to complement and complete it, we can start thinking through how we want to bring our build to life in-game. Maybe you're a creative player and you just want to build the thing and show it off. That's awesome. You should do that. And focus on learning new skills and tricks to make your life easier and your builds better. I recently started learning how to use Axiom and Lightmatica to take my building game to the next level, and I actually have a few videos on that. If you're interested, you can find those in the description or at the end of the video. But if you're like the rest of us and plan on ultimately building this thing in survival, I would still recommend designing more complicated builds in creative first, to gain a better understanding of what building your idea in a survival situation will actually take. Then you can come up with a plan of action to gather your resources in survival. But who knows, you may find that you actually don't really like that idea, and that's good. It's way better to find out in a few minutes of creative rather than a few weeks playing in a survival world. Once you're happy with your actual in-game design, you can start thinking about how you want to document and share it. I recommend just recording everything you do during your build process so you can decide exactly what you want to share and how later on. Maybe a simple Instagram post is good enough for some, but if we want the world to notice our build, we need to put the effort in and turn this build into a concept that people can enjoy and learn from, because that's where the real value in anything worth sharing comes from. If that's the route you want to take, there's plenty of people who can teach you how to edit videos a whole lot better than I can. But what I use is CapCut because there's a ton of beginner-friendly and AI tools that will help do a lot of the hard work for you. At this point, most of the hard work is done. You've stepped out of your comfort zone to make something amazing. Now all that's left is to upload your finished artwork, let it shine for the world to see, and keep on building towards greatness. And that is how to design a viral Minecraft build. If you watched the video this far, consider hitting that sub button to join the flock as we're trying to get the channel to 500 subs by the end of the year. Click the video on screen for a more in-depth look at designing and moving builds between worlds.